Hey friends, it's Justin Jericho here with another cat food recall update. This cat food recall was for a Kibble manufacturing company for potential salmonella contamination. So this recall is with Natural Balance Pet Food Inc. It is a voluntary recall, limited ingredient diet, green pea and chicken dry cat formula for possible salmonella contamination. The announcement was on May 20, 2021, and it looks like so far the product names are the 5-pound bag and 10-pound bag of limited ingredient diets, green pea and chicken formula dry cat food. And then the best if used by dates are 10 of March 2022. So if you're feeding this cat food, you're going to look at the bag best if used by, and it'll have the expiration date as well as the lot number. This is what the front of the bag looks like. Alright, so this is Natural Balance website. Let's point out a few things of the bag. So green pea and chicken formula, that's the product name. Natural Balance limited ingredient diets, that's the brand name. And I love how it's called Natural Balance, to further enforce natural, that's a big marketing buzzword. And another marketing buzzword phrase is limited ingredient diets. Pet food manufacturers know that cat parents want limited ingredients. They want to see as minimal, processed and artificial ingredients as possible. So again, this is another marketing buzzword phrase that pet food manufacturers use to promote their products, make it seem better than it is, kind of distract you from looking at the back of the bag and looking at the ingredients, because the ingredients are what matters, not the brand name and not this pretty picture of the mountains. And then here's another marketing buzzword, grain-free. So grain-free does not mean carb-free. There are plenty of vegetables, starchy foods, legumes that all have carbohydrates. Just because there's no grains doesn't mean that it's carbohydrate-free. And they have a few other marketing buzzwords here. They have some claims: help support healthy skin and coat, single animal protein source, and then fiber helps support healthy digestion. So let's break down this label and see what actually matters. So first, what you're going to look at is the product name. AFCO has many rules regarding the product name that actually tells you how much of the named ingredients are in the product. So this product name, the one that was recalled, is green pea and chicken formula. That word formula right there means that there's somewhere between 25% and 94.9% of green pea and chicken combined. So the named ingredients here are green pea and chicken. Green pea comes first. Chicken is listed second. So chicken actually only has to be 3% of that 25% combined. So the minimum requirement for the second named ingredient is only 3%. If it said chicken and green pea, then that would mean chicken has a little bit more dominance in the ingredients and green pea would be at least 3%. But chicken is listed as the second named ingredient, so that means that there's only a minimum requirement of 3%. Then we go down to the ingredients. We see green peas, chicken meal, chicken fat preserved with mixed tocopherols, that's a version of vitamin E, pea protein, natural flavor, salmon oil, again preserved with that vitamin E resource, and then we have flaxseed, and the rest are basically vitamins and minerals and preservatives. So the first ingredient is green peas. Right there we see there's a carbohydrate source. The next ingredient is chicken meal. And when we go to AFCO's website and look up under frequently asked questions, it says, so as it pertains to animal source ingredients, items such as meat and bone meal and other rendered ingredients are also byproducts. Then it says, do meat byproducts ever contain matter from diseased or disabled animals? And then it says, under the broader definition for byproducts, which includes ingredients like meat and bone meal, yes, certain carcasses or parts may be rejected from use for humans and processed into animal feed. So then we go back to the bag and we see, single animal protein source, natural, limited ingredients. But then when you actually look at AFCO's definitions, which all pet food manufacturers have to abide by when they create and label their products, we understand that some of these chicken ingredients, the chicken meal specifically, could be from 4D meats, meaning dead, diseased, dying, and disabled. But we have no idea because AFCO doesn't require the pet food manufacturer to list the quality of these ingredients. They just ask for the ingredients list. So now let's take the guaranteed analysis numbers and see how many carbs are in this product. So we take 100 minus the protein, minus the fat, minus the fiber, minus the moisture. Ash isn't listed, so I'm going to use 3. I found that that's pretty much the average across the board. So the approximate carbs, including moisture in this product, is 40. Now we have to convert that to a dry matter basis, meaning remove the moisture, because cat foods have different moisture content, so you always have to convert to a dry matter basis to compare cat foods properly. So we take 100 minus the moisture, we get 90, that's the dry matter of the entire food. We take the carb amount, including the moisture, and divide it by the dry matter of the entire food, and then multiply by 100 to make it back into a percentage. So we go back to the ingredients, we see the first ingredient is a carbohydrate source, fifth ingredient, pea protein, carbohydrate source. Going back to the product name, green pea and chicken formula, we know based on AFCO rules that chicken only has a minimum requirement of 3%. So green pea is certainly the dominant ingredient in this product. If we go to the About Us page, it says premium by nature. And if we go back to AFCO's FAQ page and search for premium, are premium pet products better? Unlike natural and organic, premium is a totally unregulated term in feed law. Whereas premium gasoline must meet higher octane standards than regular gasoline, premium pet food doesn't have any special requirements that differ from any other pet food. So again, we see marketing buzzwords. Premium, to be fair, isn't listed on the label, but it's on the website. So when you're searching around to do a little research, you're going to find these marketing buzzwords on the website as well, not only on the pet food label. But again, all pet foods have to abide by AFCO's rules and definitions, and AFCO doesn't have a definition for premium. So any cat food manufacturer can use the word premium, regardless of the quality of their products. The biggest objection to raw feeding is bacteria, salmonella, but clearly Kibble recalls are way more serious than raw recalls for salmonella. For example, this year alone, 2021, over 150 Kibble products were recalled due to potential salmonella contamination, but only one raw manufacturing company had a recall, and it was 9 products. So what are your objections to raw feeding? Let me know in the comments below. Can't say bacteria because clearly it's a risk in Kibble too. Is it cost related? Is it time related? Is it that you just don't know where to start? Is it that you tried raw in the past and your cat didn't eat it? Let me know in the comments below so I can make videos to address your concerns. Thanks for watching.